Hey. Dig it? It's all deep, baby. Hey, that's a fire. Go, it ain't no hesitation. Reacting if they try to play me. It's been a while, so I'ma just come rearrange it. They hollering about smoke, I'm a laser. Can't worry about the crowd. I made it, then everybody faded. I'm trying to see where they located. They better be praying. I'm listening, long as you paying. I'm saying, ain't doing no playing. Smoke text on 2, I can sweep a state. Let them play and get hit from some feet away. I done told them this shit can go either way. Gotta watch them, they stole off a Jesus plate. From the bottom, a boot with a tack on it. When you speak, it makes sure it's a fact on it. They was sleep, now they can't even nap on it. Sound crazy, go tell them I'm back on it. Lately, I swear I've been losing my patience. Probably tripping, don't know if I'm anxious. I ain't mean to keep everybody waiting. Shit amazing, they thought I was basic. They ain't tell you that life what you make it. Ain't no free over here but a mason. Elevator, we're not separated. All it took was a little dedication. Hey, wake up, Tron, and then big get the acting up. Boy, I know you quit playing, you acting up. I was broke as a joke, never cracking up. Free my niggas, why they had to jam them up. Everything out the muscle, we standing up. Man, this man, how I came with the hammer tuck. Play with that and get you and your family touched. I need it out, cause I really ain't had it much. Be smoking Texas whenever I'm stressing. I take me a hit, it be fabulous. Then it's back to the block, gotta bless every rock. You gon' pay for this dope, you can't sample this. I been gave them the business, can I get a witness? They know I'm a threat with this rapping shit. Tried to cancel me out, they couldn't handle it. I had times that was harder than capping. Lately, I swear I've been losing my patience. Probably tripping, don't know if I'm anxious. I ain't mean to keep everybody waiting. Shit amazing, they thought I was basic. They ain't tell you that life what you make it. Ain't no free over here but a mason. Elevator, we're not separated. All it took was a little dedication.
All right, y'all, we're going to get started. Let me check my sound real quick. Audio. Nope, that's not the one I want. Right there. Hold on, Mike. Mic check, mic check. Okay, we're good. All right, y'all. Free Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover's sentence has been commuted after 3 decades of being an ADX in solitary confinement. So, shout out to Larry Hoover. Please bring him home. We need some growth and development. And the reason why I put down there, stop the violence with one voice, because the man is definitely very powerful to be able to do that. So, I think he's been a political prisoner for a long time, and we'll talk in depth about that some other time. But today we're going to get into the council, but I'm going to do it just a little bit different. Let me see here. Let me take me down real quick. All right. So we're going to do the council today. Hey, you. Hello. Hey, Jerry Show. Terry Me. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Doctor's appointment. Hopefully your doctor's appointment goes well. Much success to that. The doctor's never fun to go to, even if it's routine, because I really think like it's a waste of money. You sit there and say, yeah, I still need this medication. They charge you a couple $100 and you leave. So, shout out to you, Terry. Have a good doctor's visit. Thank you for the $5. I really do appreciate that. Hey, Bernie, Ms. Bernie, what's up? Hey, I've been enjoying your I've really been enjoying your lives. You've been getting your shit off, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that worries me is when you use that old lady or whatever that, shouts up in the air, but other than that, you're good. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again, Terry. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so the 2 things that we're going to do today is this. So people have been talking a lot about the council, right? So you really have to understand who's involved in it, right? So you got Binary, you got me, you got Ghetto, you got Malik, couple other people or whatever, right? So I'm sure there's like some kind of like, oh, is this trolling real? Whatever the case may be, right? So what I try to do, as y'all know, is there's like a live over here and a couple things said, and a live over there and a couple things said, and over here, over there. I'm gonna bring it all together. And then Resto decided, for whatever reason, to get in his feelings. You know what I'm saying? Buddha Bell, what's up? Thank you for being here so soon. Thank you, thank you. Candy's wig, my number one right there, top dog. You know what I'm saying? With cupcakes and Cali and, you know, the originals, Mike Martin. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to get into that. And then we're going to go into Resto getting in his feelings. This dude took the time. Don't ever tell a troll that you took the time to get clips that you took time. What is that supposed to prove? That I made fun of you because you were shopping for purses and trying to get Korean women to say the N-word? Like, you know, we don't need clips. We don't care. Okay. And I asked you today on codes, I said, what are the clips? And all you had to tell me was, oh, you said this, you said that. I just would have repeated it and saved you a whole bunch of time. So let's go ahead. Let me share screen real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with binaries. When the original council came up, which everybody, for whatever reason, thinks it's some kind of conspiracy that it was made up, like, you know, 3 weeks ago. We literally, as you'll see on here, we're talking about nothing that had to do with the council. We were just kicking it. It was some kind of thing that just popped up. Damn, Zane, what's going on? Hey, one of the originals. I appreciate you, Zane. You've been supportive for years and years and years. Hey, Zane, I'm trying to chill out and not have the lives like we used to. You know what I'm saying? Little Mama Obama, what's good? Or Little Mama Osama, whichever one you're going by today. Little Mama is great, but trust me, you know, don't get fooled by that voice. She will get her shit off. Okay. So let's go ahead and share this. We will go, you know how I do. We're going to put it all together, and then we're going to handle Resto. Okay, so let's see here. The first thing that we're going to look at is how this all came together, right? And I'm not going to make this boring. I know exactly how many people have reviewed this or whatnot, but in my personal opinion, people don't review things like I review things, because I'm going to point out some shit or some stuff that's bullshit, some stuff that's pretty cool, whatever. Candy's wig, thank you so much. That's what's up. Thank you for the $10. I really appreciate it. I don't know, you've heard me say, like, anytime somebody donates money, that gives us a boost, because it means that we're doing something right. If you're going to take your hard-earned money and give it to a content creator, that's like a boost. It's like dopamine, like, pff. So I really do appreciate it, Candy's wig. And I know that you're happy that I'm going live consistently. I know that you kept your membership for so long before I sent you a message. I was like, Kenny's wig, you know, I'm going to take some time off. You're like, you know what, let me hang with you. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for your consistent support over the years. All right. So, you know me, I got my notebook and all that other not weird shit, but nerdy shit, I guess you could say, because I like to go through this without, you know, any kind of interruption. All right, so here is where, and people got in their feelings over this, so it's going to be serious, but it's going to be funny as hell, right? Especially the Resto part. All right, cool. So the first clip we're going to go into is Malik. Now, the what I want people to think about with the Malik situation is we were kind of doing like a mock council, and we wanted to see how people felt. Now, I know people have mixed feelings about Malik because he jumps in, he kind of has that East Coast style, whatever, and he argues or whatnot. So let's go ahead, let's start right in. First thing is going to be Malik talking about the commission. He really wanted it to be Rosto, Costo, some kind of mafia shit or whatever, right? And we were like, okay, let's fall back from that. And then we're like, I don't know, it was like the Gentleman's Club or the Gentleman's Circle or something like that. And what we really decided there is that some kind of male identified craziness was going to come out of it, because we have decided, obviously, to cover beef sector content. Okay. All right. So let's get started with Malik arguing about the commission versus the council. Let's go.
long time ago.
Oh, did you? You see, you were getting drowned out by Queen Pisces. She came up here with that energy. Drowned us out.
Hold on for me.
And while we're doing this, y'all, I want you to take a look at like the different personalities and whatnot, and if you think each person should be involved in the council. So far, binary, and that's Malik Perkman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you would name yourself that on the internet, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go.
Charlie. When Audio came up here talking about the whole mafia thing and John Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you had different families within the mob, Gambino, KZ, Cortez. And I said, so you should be the governing body, which is the commission.
Oh, hold on. What about Noble?
Because Malik is taking this serious.
Up like, is that a no-go?
The thing is, would you be able to commit to that, Mr. Noble? Like, y'all would have to also figure out who's got time, like, and all y'all gonna get along. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know.
So Charlie's being funny about it, right? Because we mentioned Noble, and Noble's more like on the sensitive side. The cool thing about Noble is he does get over it, and then he comes back and hollers at you. But he's more on the sensitive side. So we want a male perspective. So that's what basically Charlie's talking about.
I know it's the thing. If you put a bunch of people that don't like each other on the panel, it ain't gonna go well. It's going to implode the very first show. But y'all got to figure out if y'all's chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, because look at Envy already in the chat saying Noble is too emotional.
There you go, y'all. I forgot he said that. Hold on a second. What did he say?
Because look at Envy already in the chat saying Noble is too emotional.
I've seen Noble hit links.
Shout out to my little big sister, truthfully honest chick. Go ahead, Malik.
I've seen Noble.
All right, let's see something real funny, right? So Simon's weird. Okay, there's no debating how weird Simon is, right? So we're gonna go into, I don't know if he was auditioning or whatever the hell. So just basically tell yourself we were going through a conversation just like y'all heard. Whether it's going to be the council commission, Charlie was kind of, rooting for us. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate you. And let's just go from there. Look at Simon. Simon comes up out of like, I don't know where the hell he dropped down from, but look at this. Listen to this bullshit. He thought he was going to be in the conversation about being on all man's alpha male type panel. Let's go. This is off, y'all. This is weird. Let's go.
Yeah, but you could talk, brother. Like,
it's cool. No, it's cool. I'm just saying, like, you upset me the other day. You know what I'm saying? I need to be straight with you because, like, I know you ain't that type of brother. You know what I'm saying?
What type of brother? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it, but I'm just saying.
I'm going on mute for this over right here. This is cool.
Say it with your chest, Simon. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, do you know what he's talking about, though, Malik? I have no idea. Cole's World is here. Like, I have zero clue what he's talking about.
Oh, you have zero clue?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, speak on it, man. Look, I dropped the link. It's an open panel.
Yeah,
say how you
cool.
feel.
Yeah, it's an open panel. Cool. That's your thing. I don't wanna do anything. You know
Does it have anything to do with Dory?
Well, what do you think I'm talking about?
I have no idea, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't? Okay, cool. All right, so you're over it. Is that the case?
What is it? What is the it? What am I over?
What you did, bro? What you did?
What did I do? Is what I'm asking.
Yo, Mr. Codes.
Are you trolling me right now? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. All right. Now carry on with your thing. I might have to drop down.
All right, Simon. Thanks for
no. Yeah. I'm just saying.
You want me to never do that shit again, right? Don't ever do that shit again.
I'm not. I can't control you. It's just disappointing. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing. How does he know what you're disappointed in if you ain't telling him? Like, how's he supposed to change his behavior?
Charlie, you're ugly. Stop. Okay.
Okay.
Like, you don't even have to. Yeah.
Watch him get dropped. Like,
I don't
Queen Pisces, you never had to drop Queen Pisces. You never had to drop Queen Pisces.
Exactly.
I was just trolling.
Yes, it's Charlie. I got a man, baby. I ain't worried about you.
Aren't you with Dory anyway? Shout out to Tammy.
Yeah.
Marie.
So why
are you trying to hit on Charlie?
I'm with Dory, but I mean, why are you telling me you got a man for?
Uh-oh.
What? What?
Nah,
I don't care what you.
nah, Charlie. All right.
You know, we jump you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Every time we get, it's not a nigga. Could never be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, you're
Let's
All right. I was gonna like show how fast he got dropped because it was kind of funny, but I can't. What is he talking about? We're literally talking about putting a council together, all male panel. We're about to be questioned about why we're going to be talking to the B sector. And what are you talking about, Simon? Hey, Tay, babe, if I didn't say what's up to you yet. What's up, the Joy Queen? I appreciate you being here. Actually, since y'all are here, let's go ahead and watch this real quick and take about 10 seconds. It's funny as hell to see him get dropped. Let's go. He's still coming up with his weird freaking made up whatever he's talking about, y'all.
No, I said Simon. Are you illiterate? Are you incomprehensible? I said Simon.
He may be.
You must have 2 left feet because you ain't speaking to me.
2 left. What does feet have to do with speech? Are you? Oh, I forgot you retarded. I forgot you a little bit on the spectrum.
Shout out to Diddy Love. Diddy Love
excuse me.
Yeah, shout out to Diddy.
I don't understand how these gay people come up and
these gay people, nigga, ain't you a gay people?
But shout out to the.
Simon says, shout out to the gay people that come up. And Simon has been a self-proclaimed I like men individual. Sir, we used to always ask you about this, like L'Oreal Mac counter look you got there with the foundation, the powder, whatever you got going on. And then when you cammed up with that goddamn blue hoodie on and this and that, talking about, oh yeah, I would consider men and this and that. You're talking about gay people, my nigga. Like what? I'm not even going to wait to watch him drop. It's getting annoying at this point. So let's watch Noble. Let's watch Noble join, right? And Envy's in the chat like, hey, Noble's too emotional, so on and so forth. So let's watch him join, right? We're talking about covering B sector content and like keeping the crowd going or whatever. So here we go with this Martin Luther King Noble speech. And we pretty much had to tell him, we're good. So, at this point, we're going to skip over the part where the chat is asked and there is a poll. There was a poll out there whether it should be called the commission or the council. And the chat actually voted on the council. So what we're going to do is we're going to let Noble come up and y'all tell me 2 things. All right. Number 1, would you want to talk about the topics that he brings up? Number 2, do you think that he'd be too emotional to join an all-man's panel, especially talking about the beef sector? We're trying to give like a different vibe to it. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Noble.
All
right, hold on. I'm gonna bring Noble up. Noble, brother, I just seen you on camera and everything. Now your sound ain't working, brother.
Yeah,
this is your chance to plead your case of why you need to be on the council or the commission.
Hey, I did not.
A good microphone would be a great start to the interview. Hey, hold on. That was funny. That was funny. Damn, I said that shit at the right time. Microphone would be a great start
to plead your case.
This microphone won't come on. What's up, Brenda?
Hey, I did not.
A good microphone would be a great start to the interview.
Damn, that would be a wonderful start.
Damn,
Noble, bro, what's up?
Noble,
come on, Noble.
All right, I'm gonna drop Noble. He's gonna come back up. He'll probably come up on another device or something. Yep, he dropped mission.
Okay,
that
so
come out
too.
So she changed.
Okay, so
say something though.
Remember,
I just wanted to say, man.
Remember, would you be interested in these topics? And is he too emotional? That's what we're looking at right now. Let's go.
Yeah, I could be a little testy, but it'd be like with the mess, But if we have good conversation as men and talking about social issues, men issues, relationship issues with our children and family, and really get deep and down into it, even our psychological mental health, if we can have conversations like that, yeah, But with all the dragging
Yeah,
and beefing
no,
and
that'll
going
be a
back and forth,
part of
arguing,
it. That'll be a part
nah.
of it, but you have to know what's going on in the B sector too. You can't
Right.
just be up here not knowing what's going on.
Oh, so
That's
it's like
another element.
adjacent B sector. So it's like B sector 2.0 type shit.
No,
No, it's not like we're gonna be up here being extreme.
So he's heard like 2 or 3 times us talk about we're going to give the straight man, rendition on how the beef sector is going. So don't be mad at me when the pop quiz comes up, right? So I just felt like giving him a real quick pop quiz. What's up? Yeah, what's good, Shaquille? Hey, I can't wait to goddamn, get us in rotation and keep going. And shout out to you in Binary. That was really, really cool how, he started off and you kept the energy going. So it's good to see you, Shaquille. But anyway, here goes Noble. So far, but Noble wants to talk about family and man issues, and he doesn't want to be in the mess. He doesn't want the panel to be a mess in the beef sector, but let's go.
Extremely messy. We're going to be giving our opinions on what's going on in the B sector, and we can talk about all those things that you're talking about. But you have to be knowledgeable about what's happening in the B sector.
You got to, to keep the cloud, you got to mix that in because it's not.
I'll be in the clouds. I'll be in the clouds and shit. I'll be knowing a little bit what's going on,
Right,
but
hey, should we test him, Perk?
I can get my opinion. I can get my opinion.
Pop quiz. Okay, so he's in the clouds. He said he knows what's going on in the beef sector. So I literally bring up like the hottest issues you can possibly think of. So let's listen to that real quick. And then Noble gets in his feelings, of course, it drops down. And then y'all listen. It took 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes for him to go behind the scenes and text a message in the Instagram group and say, I'm out, whatever. Like, let's go. Quiz, pop
all right,
quiz.
we're going to test you. This is going to be your test, Noble, and then you can get into
yesterday.
Right,
who did something on Ness's platform last night that went live? Go ahead. That's simple.
Did something on Ness's platform.
Yeah, what was the biggest thing that happened on Ness's platform?
And that same person went live to drag her. Go ahead.
I thought that Ness's channel was gone and she was on Patreon.
Oh Lord,
I don't know.
That's the last I heard. Church lady.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey,
easier. Let's easier.
I heard about
what's up, Shady
somebody's
Sales?
leaked being linked. You know what I'm saying? And all that's going on.
Okay, what is Bertha May going through right now?
Yeah, let us know about Bertha May. But let me bring somebody up real quick.
I know she got some good posts. I know she has some good posts.
He said Bertha May. He said this is on Patreon, and Bertha May's got some good posts on her community wall. Okay, let's go.
This woman needs no introduction. Let me bring her up. She needs no introduction. D-Miss-O?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet. It's D-Miss-O. And finally, she's in my. Hold on, we got one more. She's finally in my chat. She's finally in my chat, and now she's gonna hit the panel. Finally, Shell.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, we all
let's
here.
go ahead. Let's give Ken just his couple minutes or whatever. He comes up and he's questioning us about beef sector, which is very normal. I get it. But also when we listen to Ken, let's not just listen to exactly what he's saying, his energy, whatever. I want to see if y'all agree or disagree with what he says about straight men covering beef sector content. All right, here we go. Let's go. Have anything to do with it?
It might come up.
I heard about that shit. What's up, bro?
So why would the straight men? So the straight men panel is supposed to talk about the beef sector.
Yes, and other life issues. Yeah.
So here's the problem I have with the straight men panel. This is the problem.
What's the problem?
We're all straight. We're all heterosexual men. So we shouldn't be talking about a gay sector. We should talk about other sectors, like the black sector, the Mo3 sector, y'all sector. Straight men we shouldn't be having a discussion about
it. It's 90% women though.
Old women that we don't want.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Not this weed stuff.
I mean, we
tried to get everybody to stop saying we.
Right? It's old women that we don't want.
It's older women that I enjoy their company. I really do. As far as they give great ideas. I enjoy their company. They have wisdom.
Wait, Did my bro just insult me too? Ken,
Old women, goddamn. Let's go.
No, not you. No, I'm just saying they're not like the older people in the sector. They're not active. They're not.
Now, not just the old women part. I know how y'all feel about that, but based on what Ken is saying, do you agree? And he called me creative, which was kind of cool.
Not doing no content. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not really doing nothing. And
the only problem is
really don't go live like that.
The only problem is, Ken, let's just say I brought over Mo 3 sector content. Like, I don't think they would care.
That's the thing. And I've already went on record. I've already went on record saying that I'm strictly like doing B sector content. Well, not strictly as far as like, you know, that's all I do, but as far as the lane that I'm moving in, it's B sector content. You know what I'm saying?
But the B sector not popping like that. I mean, the only person that go live and have drama like a little sissy is Lemon. And all the zesty shit happen on his panel. Everybody else panel be popping. Like, I'm saying,
oh my God.
No shade. I'm just saying.
I think more along.
Right, but the thing is
hold on, Evie. You gotta let Malik get his shit off. You gotta let Malik get his shit off. I know it's hard to hear him, but he was talking. Oh my God. Go ahead, Malik.
So I think what Ken is.
So here's where Malik starts having problems on panels, right? And Malik, don't take it personal. You know how my reviews are, but this is where Malik starts having problems on panels because he's about to compare the DC snipers. Y'all heard what we were talking about before he came in with this, but let's go.
What it's saying is, if we straight males, how we got so much time to be worried about chatty cats? So I get
there we
that.
go. There we go. We're gonna be a bunch of gossip girls.
All right, Envy, I'll let you answer that, and then I gotta answer if you don't say what I was gonna say.
Nah, but there's see what I'm saying. This dude.
And thank you, Yvonne A, for the $2 super chat. Our talk about meaningful things, or talk about meaningful things, or talk about meaningful things. Yeah.
Well, it's our job to spin it into our perspective. It doesn't have to be homosexual. We can have a perspective. Right.
So now also, Envy, if that's the case, right? So now let's say you do a segment on bike life. But see,
if he can tie that shit in.
Okay. See, if you're listening and you're looking at it from your perspective of different topics. You're talking about bike life.
And I was talking about bike life.
See, I didn't say you did.
You're just saying if it happened.
That's
right.
Is Malik? Did I?
And then we're gonna give Princess Shell the.
Okay. Did I not just sit up here and ask Noble?
Now here's how I can answer the questions.
Because you pay attention.
Your wife's in the beef section.
Let's go.
So hey, what's up, Brandon Lewis? Appreciate you being here. YTC, what's going on? You know, YTC and Envy show, you know, in the making. Just thought I'd throw that in there. YTC doesn't really know a lot about it yet, but hey, we got you. But yeah, so let's listen to this, and then Malik is about to compare the DC sniper, which is
let's go, Malik.
Right. Well, then you have no argument.
Yeah, you have no argument because you be knowing.
See, again, you're saying I don't have an argument, but
shout out to Sims Overdose, Messy Boots.
Ghetto don't have that same time. He may be.
All right, y'all. Tell me whether Malik is on the internet enough to be able to do beef sector. So right now, Malik is saying, I don't know, I'm this guy or whatever. The only way that I know about beef sector content is Brooke. Listen, no, sir. I usually see you on panels, and actually Brooke goes live, twice a week. And I'd say you're in the beef sector more than your wife, but let's go.
May be able to see bits and pieces and whatever. So again, you would.
Well, then don't be a part of the show. I mean, I don't get it.
But wait, right. But Malik, go ahead, Malik.
Why do you keep over talking me, yo?
Malik, because you don't stop talking.
The council
going against the whole thing, dog.
I don't think he is. I think he's just throwing out things that make us think. Envy. But I know Envy sees the large picture. But go ahead.
But
Ken.
Envy is very creative, though, Malik.
Exactly.
He is creative, though.
So now again,
thank you, sir.
Okay, now Ken,
that make us think, Envy. But I know Envy sees the large picture. But go ahead.
But
Ken.
Envy is very creative, though, Malik.
Exactly.
He is creative, though.
All right, here we go, sir. Here we go. We're about to go into some weird shit, right? Okay, so in a show, in a show, it is our responsibility as content creators, reporters, whatever you want to call, your favorite people, right? So of the flow of the show is very, very, very ideal. So Ken came up to talk about like, why would we want to talk about beef sector content as straight men? The women are actually waiting patiently to, give their input. But now we're going to start talking about the DC snipers, which I really want y'all to tell me how this makes any sense. You know what? And I know Malik's going to think I'm dragging him and this and that. Don't be like Noble. We don't need two, criers in one day. Let's go.
Shout out to Lady Snoop.
20 years ago, you had an incident that went worldwide with the DC sniper. Are you familiar?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you go back and they broke when it finally came out, the DC sniper did what he did to make it look like an accident when he really went at his target. Now, if you stop for 1 minute, just think about it. And again, I know it sounds far-fetched, but just look at everything that's going on in the beef sector.
It's not an accident. You're right.
Okay. So okay. As I told y'all, like we're kind of doing a mock, like it literally didn't come out of nowhere. We didn't talk about the council, but Malik is on the panel right now. Just you got Binary, you got Malik, you got me, and you got Ken, four council members or whatnot. So imagine being, tuning into the council, and then this happens. We're gonna go back here about 10 seconds because this is great. Malik, what are you doing, dog?
It's not an accident. You're right.
Hold on.
Far-fetched. Now, if you stop, make it look like an accident. If you go back and
hold on.
20 years ago, you had an incident that went worldwide with the DC sniper. Are you familiar?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you go back and they broke when it finally came out, the DC sniper did what he did to make it look like an accident when he really went at his target. Now, if you stop for 1 minute, just think about it. And again, I know it sounds far-fetched, but just look at everything that's going on in the beef sector.
It's not an accident. You're right.
He's basically trying to make the correlation between the DC sniper and the. Let's go.
Don't it kind of emulate something?
No,
I hear what you're saying. Now, who's the sniper?
That ain't for me to figure out.
I'm on mute. I'm on mute.
Kim was like,
you see,
Kim was like, hell
what Malik
no.
just did right there. The council or the commission, whatever is going to win today, we would discuss that. I thought that was dope. That was no gay-ish into that. I mean, okay, let's just call a spade a spade.
Oh, okay,
we are intersecting all the issues that are going to come up.
We finally get to hear what the women have to say. Okay, they're going to tell us whether they like it or not as an idea. All right, let's go.
Are going to be dealing with primarily that group, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with talking about that. That doesn't mean we're gay. We're over here. We can't pretend like we're not over here. We're watching each other's shit. I know everything that's going on with the Lemonettes, and I'm pretty sure Ken does too. He just won't admit it. You know what I mean? I know everything.
Yeah, you're right.
See? You see? So it's like, come on, man. We could talk about this shit. We just, just talk about it.
They tried to call us that.
Oh, go ahead, Charlie. Huh?
We want to, like us women, we would like to hear it from y'all's male's perspective, from y'all straight men. Like, how do y'all see it from y'all's eyes? Like, we may see it a different way.
So now somebody
but pointing out issues in the beef sector doesn't mean you have to talk about gay issues.
Exactly. Thank you.
I agree with that.
All right. So Lemon consistently says like there's some people out here that can't stop saying his name, right? We know the list. We don't have to go through it, whatever. But we're gonna have an incident here. We have not talked about Lemon at all whatsoever. Okay. And this is actually like when we go into like the Lemon part of all this. Lemon and I were debating, and other people were debating how he got involved in it because he thought that he was left out because of the alleged straight man, not straight man, whatever, right? So we kind of had like some friction, all of us, when we were talking to him about it. And you will see it on here. But for whatever reason, Malik brings him up. I'm like, bro, what? He's not even in the chat. But anyway, let's see if this makes any damn sense. Okay. Let's see here. We got 12606. Y'all tell me whether this makes any damn sense. All right, let's go.
Envisioned originally. Go ahead.
Malik, to me, she was getting too close to Lemon. First of all,
Mahaya, what it do? Welcome.
However,
welcome, sir.
Lemon don't trust Lemon.
Hypnotic touch, what it do?
So after too many teleports,
hold on. Let's go back real quick here.
He starts after too many. Lemon don't trust Lemon.
Hold on.
However, Lemon don't trust Lemon. So after too many teleports, he starts
had to shout out.
himself.
Oh shit.
That's cool, Malik.
Had to shout out Mahaya. Troll beef sector. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, they said he let her back in 5 minutes later.
That's what I thought too. So what's your thoughts, Envy? Because Envy's invested in this. Like Malik, you hit the nail on the head, but Envy actually did video after video after video. For a time there, I thought he was anti-Sharika, but he's not. But what's your thoughts on that whole thing, Envy?
All right. I think that we're done with that. Now let's go. Let's see how this ties into Lemon's show. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna stop sharing this guy right here. Let's see. Let's go on over here. Now it's kind of crazy. How the hell is this song playing? Bruh. Hold on, y'all. How the hell is what the fuck? Hold on, y'all. I don't even have the share screen on. Hold on. This shit's in my ear playing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Like my intro song is playing. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. How in the are you serious? Okay, I have no idea how that happened, but anyway, we're back. Whatever. Sometimes I technologically not savvy. Would you say, oh, you're wishing everybody a beautiful day? Thank you. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna go right into this, and it's kind of crazy, right? So Malik brought up Lemon in Binary's place where Lemon didn't even exist. So it's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead, and they're on the panel together at a whole different place, which would be Lemon's place. All right, so all right, so the first thing he's going to talk about, so Malik's going to ask about the show, right? I think that he put it into a perspective to irritate Lemon about not feeling like he wanted to be a part of the show. But let's watch their interaction real quick, and then we'll move on to Lemon talked about he could do his own thing, but he will be supportive of the show. Let's go.
What's up with me? Like, it's cool. I'm not worried. I'm not hating on the show. I will promote it, all that shit. Like, I'm not a hater. I just like, once Bizarro kind of gave me the blueprint of how like the cast came about and how I wasn't a pick, and it took Binary a minute to even suggest me because y'all got to talk to Lemon and see how his schedule is. But y'all was not y'all. That's how I speak. People were insinuating they don't feel like Lemon straight, and then Ghetto was trying to watch a movie with Lemon. So y'all was kind of questioning sexuality and that.
Now, I played every single part from the live that he's bringing up right now. Now, remember, Pizarro went up there to poke the bear. Pizarro was like, hey, I'm coming up to be messy. Hey, Lemon, I think she says something along the lines of you weren't picked because it's an all straight male panel. Like she was throwing shade or whatever, and here we are. I was basically in the chat saying, Lemon, you were trolled, bro. Like none of us said that. None of us brought you up like that. The only time you were brought up is I said Binary said that Lemon probably doesn't have time. And then I was honest with Lemon. I said, you know, when you guys are doing the morning show together, you said, you know, based on, you know, doing the whole night show, maybe you're going to be an hour late, 2 hours late, whatever. So it was more about that, but Pizarro spun this narrative to start getting him, you know. But Pizarro, don't worry about me saying spin a narrative. That's what trolls do. You went and trolled the situation, and now we're here. Let's go.
That you guys are the straight men. I just like I decline, you know, because I know my work. I don't gotta prove shit to you niggas.
What's up, Donna Hughes? So I didn't expect for the tension to go to this point. Okay. All right. So like I'm still in the chat typing, dude, it's not that serious. No, we're not, you know, whatever. I eventually have to hit the panel. But listen, he got very irritated at this point. I was like, damn, bro, chill.
I just like I decline, you know, because I know my work. I don't gotta prove shit to you niggas. And I am a superstar. You guys should all feel that same way about yourself. And if you don't, that's your problem. That's your insecurity. But for me, I know my worth. And I'll never be pushed into a position where just because the people want Lemon to be there. Nah, y'all got this. Let me see what y'all can do.
No, I do have to be fair, Lemon. Okay. Remember, we didn't think that it was weird for you to come to the show because a couple days ago you put yourself in a position where you said you're going to show at the Binary's morning show and make yourself a co-host or a part of the show or whatever this situation may be. And exactly after we listen to this, you do say that you're going to come run amok at Binary's show. So we're thinking in our heads, hey, if Lemon said that he's going to go over to Binary's show and make himself a part of it and be the co-host, we're not on the level that you're taking it to. We didn't care. We didn't point out your sexuality or anything else. We literally just watched on Binary's show what happened and look at what, you know, how shook up he got. We thought that. Let's go back.
Just because the people push into a position where just because the people wanted Lemon to be there. Nah, y'all got this. Let me see what y'all can do on your own. I don't gotta be there. I'll watch it though. I support it. I think it'll be great.
You said, why hit yourself on anything? I guess that's what Lemon is thinking. He on top, right? Not about now. That wouldn't click. We actually did have a little bit of a disagreement there, where yes, he was saying like, you know, I took it one way, he took it another way, but we were men enough to talk about it later on in this. Oh shit. Damn, I'm not even on the screen. My bad, y'all. Yeah. So Lemon did take it that way for a second, and I had to come up and correct. I was like, you know what? You said that we should all feel like superstars. I said, absolutely, 100%. We should definitely feel like superstars. But at the same point, it doesn't mean that you have to shit on other people. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I took it. But after we had a conversation later in the evening, we cleared it up. That at this point, we're like, dude, we're not attacking you, you know? So that's where we're at. Malik's trying to reason with
Sour Patch, I'm wondering the same thing. I'm thinking Lemon maybe on Taylor Port glass like number 3.
I'm not drinking Taylor Port tonight. I got champagne and orange juice. I'm on mimosas.
You're drinking who kind of champagne though?
Champagne and
who cares, Malik?
I'm not drinking Taylor Port tonight. I got champagne and orange juice. I'm on mimosas. We and Envy always go at it. I'm not even trying to argue with Envy, but it's like, yeah, I know my work. I know what's up with me. Like, it's cool.
Obviously, that was me bringing it up.
I'm not hating on the show. I will promote it. All that shit. Like, I'm not a hater.
What's up, Jasmine?
Once Bizarro kind of gave me the blueprint of how like the cast came about and how I wasn't a pick, and it took Binary a minute to even suggest me because y'all all got to talk to Lemon and see how his schedule is. But y'all was not y'all. That's how I speak. People were insinuating, they don't feel like Lemon straight, and then Ghetto was trying to watch a movie with Lemon. So y'all was kind of questioning sexuality and that you guys are the straight men. I just like I decline, you know, because I know my work. I don't gotta prove shit to you niggas.
No, That's where we got confused. We're not talking about proving anything to us at all whatsoever. We were
And
talking
I
about
am a
his
superstar. You
schedule.
guys should all feel that same way about yourself. And if you don't, that's your problem. That's your insecurities. But for me, I know my worth.
Okay, that's cool, right? All right. So that's one perspective Lemon has. You guys know I'm unbiased. I don't give a shit. But let's skip right over here to where he says he's gonna come run amok. So you can't have both, Lemon. You can't feel like you're not invited there, that that we don't want you there, and then say this. Okay, you just can't. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if the people think that I'm wrong, they think I'm wrong, but this is my perspective. So I want y'all to think again. Lemon said that he's kind of not welcome because of sexuality and this and that, whatever. But we already saw that we didn't say that. But here's what we go into now because it makes it feel like he is comfortable. Let's go.
Interesting. I am definitely gonna run amok on Binary Channel tomorrow. I'll give him the same questions. I'll tell anybody. I told him, but he dropped out, so I'll be right back. Same questions. Interesting. I am definitely gonna run amok on Binary Channel tomorrow. I'll give him the same questions. I'll tell anybody. I told him, but he dropped out, so I'll be right back. Envy never came back up because one thing, anybody. I'll look on Binary. Yes, this show gonna be interesting. I am definitely gonna run amok on Binary Channel tomorrow. I'll give him the same questions. I'll tell anybody. I told him, but he dropped out, so I'll be right back.
All right, cool. So y'all could take that for what it is, right? Okay. So in my personal opinion, I don't know. You guys, I'm just the host. This is y'all's channel. I'm just the host. You know how I give reviews. Some people will get in their feelings, some people don't, but this is what I do. Like I got to be fair across the board. That bias shit, that doesn't work because I had to sit there and listen to, oh, Jay Dunn couldn't be on the panel with audio or this person, that person. And Binary was like, I'm just sick of it. I don't give a damn who I leave up on the panel or whatever the case may be. I'm not biased. I don't give a shit if I hate you. I'm gonna bring it to you. So, all right. So we're done with that bullshit, right? Okay. It says Shakim responds and said he is shaking the room. Okay. So we will go back into a little bit of the Lemon part, but let's go ahead and go into Resto. Okay. Hey, Love Stone, what it do? Good to see you. Royal Court, thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Love Stone. Goddamn, behave in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit anybody over the head with that wrench. Lemon cultivated a reputation that Lemon cultivated a reputation that not everyone wants on their panel. He has to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, as I said, it's an open chat, open opinions, whatnot. So, all right, let me tell you what happened. Okay, give you a little bit of the Resto thing, right? And we don't want to talk about Resto that much because Resto's not interesting to talk about. Okay, so on Lemon's panel last night, we're going to hear it, but I brought up some important things I want y'all to look for when you hear it in the review. So number one was Resto was mad at me. Resto was mad at me for saying that he was buying purses. Okay. Resto was also irritated. I said, hey, trolls, because Lemon started calling him Purple Hat. So I'd, hey, trolls, make an account. 5 minutes later, we had 2 Purple Hat trolls. We've been doing that in the Mo3 Troll B sector forever. It just happens. If we're around, people say validation or whatever, but if we're around, trolls are definitely in the bushes. I promise you, at all times. So basically, he was mad about me saying that he was shopping for purses. I'm sure he was mad at me about saying that his daughter paints his fingernails. He was mad at me for saying some other shit or whatever. But what was really, really important was he was trying to deflect from is he dropped in the back chat at Binaries some kind of interview that he had with black women to say how much he loves black women, loves this and that. That has nothing to do with what I actually questioned him about. What I questioned him about is on vacation out in Korea when he had his cameraman and all that stuff. He was walking up to Korean women trying to get them to say the N-word. That has nothing to do with the interview that you're talking to black women. It doesn't erase the fact that you were trying to get Koreans to say the N-word. And then you told us it was shock factor. A reason why that also makes a lot of sense is because you've already been questioned in the sector about Mel. Mel's a white lady in your sector or whatever, and she put up, the white power salute. And then some other people, and now we're hearing this. So it's not there. And then he got mad at me also because there was a 20-year-old girl. Like, she looked like she was younger than that. We'll just say that. But allegedly she was 20 years old. He was reaching back. He wanted her to put his hand in her hair. And what was really, really weird is she took chopsticks, and from those damn chopsticks, she was taking like a little bit of whatever the hell they were eating out of the bowl and feeding it to him, Resto. And then she would take a little bit out of the bowl and feed it to this dude. Okay. And then for some reason, this dude's starting to throw food and shit and see if Resto could catch it in his mouth. You could not refute that, sir. Like, you did it on live. Why are you mad at me about us watching some shit that you did on live, bruh? What's up, Lady Snoop? Appreciate you being here, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Rhonda, what it do? What it do, Rhonda? Okay, so we're going to skip right to there because I am talking my shit, right? And he was like, here's how much time he took out of his life. Everybody knows I talk shit, right? I don't care who you are. I never cared who you are. Don't give a damn. This is the internet. I'm not pulling up to fight anybody. None of that. Okay. So I was like, I was talking shit or whatever, right? And he just went crazy because he's like, I didn't shop for purses. But to take the time to go all the way back into a live to find clips about somebody that always talks shit. You know what I said today on Binary's panel? I said, hey, man. I said, hey, bro. I said, what clips did you get? What clips did you get? I said, I'm going to save you a bunch of time. Oh, you said I buy purses. I said, you do buy purses. Now you don't have to get that clip. Oh, you said that I do this to Korean women, try to get them to say the N-word. I said, you do it to Korean and try to get the N-word. Now you don't have to get that clip. Just ask me. I don't need no fucking clip. You must be crazy. What's up? What's up, Gip? How you doing? What's up, Tennessee Whiskey? All right, so let's go ahead and skip to this fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And Lady Snoop was up there and she pretty much had the same concerns. And my thing was the chat and everybody was asking, do you let your wife say it? Do you let your friends say it? Now, I was trying to explain, okay, if a Korean person said it, you make an excuse for it or whatever. That's not the issue. The issue is he was trying to put them in a position to do it. Okay, that's a whole different ball game. So let's go up to these. These are the clips, okay, that Resto got of me to prove that I said this. No shit, I fucking said it. It's live. Like, I don't care. Like, are you serious, bro? So here we go. Okay, so I discussed Resto wanting to be around people. He say that, and oh, and by the way, also, Resto. Oh, let me take this down. My bad, y'all. Also, Resto, Tori, what up? What up? You did say you're coming through. What's up, Tori? We got to go through the history of my channel in the Mo3 sector the other day. That shit was crazy over at Patricia Brown's. But he's also said that lighter skin Koreans are looked at as wealthy because they work inside. And he said darker skinned Koreans look less than poor or whatever he said because they work outside. First of all, that's a colorist thing. And he was like, oh, well, that's just how we look at it in Korea. Now, are we not like in the presence of like a predominantly black sector, black space, whatever you want to call it? Is that not colorism? Is that not slave mentality? Like house niggas versus the folks out in the yard? You can't explain it to me any other way, bruh. Like that is colorism. So we got like three strikes, you've already been out, but then we got to hit you again and again and again and again and again, right? All right, let me see what you got going on here, Donna. You said fact. When I was in Korea, I drank behind many people from an ammo bowl. Big ass drink was a tons of straws. Dumb. All right, so let's go into what I say. I want you all to see if this is some kind of just disastrous thing that I brought up. Okay.
And we never came back up because are shaking your surrounding space for you with alpha G.
Hold on.
It's very interesting.
41607. Let's go. All right. Now I want you guys to be like I do reviews, right? I want you to be very, very unbiased and as objective as you possibly can. Was I wrong saying anything? Because as I said, these are the clips that this guy, I'm going to put it in the back chat so that you could see the clips for yourself. Okay, well, we're watching them for ourselves. Let's go.
Would have gotten the shot.
Am I wrong?
Then what? Like, what would you been able to stand on then if somebody checked you about that? That's weird to stay. What if
but what does that mean though? Like, how do I get an understanding?
Right. And I asked, and I was thinking, I was in the chat. I'm like, okay, well, what if you would have gotten the shock value? Then what? Like, what would you been able to stand on then if somebody checked you about that?
What's up, Sour Patch? Appreciate you being here, Michelle. Yeah, here it used to be like that in the 1700s and shit because rich people could lounge around all day and poor people had to work. Absolutely. We got Resto is ignorant. Yes, he's not. I don't think he's ignorant. I think he's stupid. There is a bit of a difference. So let's go ahead. This is what I'm saying about Resto that allegedly got him all pissed, or not allegedly. This got him all pissed off. Let's go. These are supposed to be some kind of secret behind the scenes receipts, even though I said it live.
That's weird. Like, I can't be around somebody I can't that's just off, because that means that you can get me into a situation at any time because your thinking pattern is fucked up, in my opinion.
That is crazy. I didn't see that part, bro, until somebody on the panel said
he was having a 20. I don't care if she's 20, that's fine. We could sit here and have an argument. I'm not saying argument, you know what I mean? We could have a discussion about whether a 20-year-old should be with a 30-year-old or whatever. But he's having her rub on his head and do all kind of weirdo type pervert shit. Like after he was trying to get Korean women to say that, it just everything.
Now remember, this entire time he's by himself. Well, not by himself. He's with a cameraman running around Korea. These are all strangers. He doesn't know any of these people. He's running around Korea saying that he's a famous YouTuber because he's got a cameraman. Let's go.
Everything together just seemed a little bit just awkward.
Off and awkward. Oh, wow.
So do you want to do a show with somebody that might want to get somebody to say the N-word and act weird and shit? No.
But what shock value would that do besides falling back on you because you allow and then you recorded yourself telling them they got a pass to say the N-word? That's not shock value. Shock value is more so you ran up on a stranger and they said it and it took you by surprise. So that's shock value. But when you say, hey, you're Korean, you could use the N-word, you know, that's different.
I felt like y'all lost just a little bit from the conversation. What I was saying is y'all's conversation made sense to me because you said, what if a Korean used the N-word? And you said, like, hey, binary, does your wife ever say it? Oh, she could have, or whatever. Okay, that is bad, but it's 10 times worse trying to get her to say it.
Okay, so I said that already.
Right, and then mind you, Envy, these are strangers on the street. Like they don't even know Resto from a campaign, and he running up to random strangers.
That's what I'm saying.
And hey. For shock value, or maybe he didn't say for shock value. He's like, hey, you guys can say nigga over here. I don't mind. Mind y'all, Resto is black. I know he live in Korea. Resto is black.
If he's as black as purple.
No. I know what I'm saying is what I'm saying is like he should know better because he only lived in Korea for like 8 or 9 years. He's from Atlanta. He is black. He got black parents. So even though you live somewhere for a certain amount of years, it shouldn't change about you allowing people who aren't black to use that word. Shock value or not, we're in 2025.
You know what it does to me? You know what it does for me also? It makes me feel like he was lying about his concern about what Mel did. You see what I'm saying? You can't be outraged at one moment because we already checked him about that situation once. He was like, oh, that wasn't the Hitler sign. And
am I wrong so far? Am I wrong? Comments. Where are my comments? Hold on. Wait, I have my comments. Oh, there we go. Am I wrong so far, y'all? You said he might have gotten away with it a little bit had he said prior to doing it that he was doing a social experiment to see if they would fall for it and say the word, maybe to prove they're racist. That's understandable. That's understandable, especially like doing a correlation with content, from country to country. So I could definitely understand what you're saying there. Why does Lemon always say he's from Atlanta when he's talking about Resto's blackness? Probably because I'm from Atlanta and it's known as the Motown of the South. Atlanta metro area is about 74% black. So people do drop Atlanta a whole lot of time to validate their blackness. Nope, you're on point. Okay, thank you very much, Sour Patch. I appreciate that. So what I tried to do is I tried to take it away from the whole black thing because I don't like color cards. I don't like people to say, oh, I'm black, so I'm mad about this, or I'm white, I'm mad about this, or Hispanic, whatever the case may be. So what I tried to do is I tried to take it in a correlation that people could understand. So I did talk about Hispanics also have colorism, because basically like they do have like a hierarchy. Like you got your Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Mexicans, whatever. They do the same thing to each other. So I try to bring it to a point where anybody could kind of understand here. We're going to play that real quick. That's only going to be a second. And then we got to go back over to Binaries Live that happened today. And that's all. We're only going to be over there for about 10 minutes or so. And then we'll open up the panel if anybody has anything to say. You know how my reviews go. Let's go.
She
is.
But KC picture is sick, y'all. Do not pay Casey no attention in my chat.
Oh yeah, KC. Yeah, KC. I was going back and forth. Oh yeah, KC's picture is fun. That looks like you.
That is me.
It looks like you tripped over Taylor Port. I landed in the street. You're saying.
I swear. Ignore Casey at all costs, y'all. Ignore this woman.
Okay, so what did I say? You talk about Asian wise women, yet you have two whole white women on your panel.
Me?
That's what Shy's down here saying.
Okay, so I don't know what the hell I did, but we're gonna move on. Because you know how I am. I like a flow of a show. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and take this down. My commentary does not drag on. We say what we need to say, and then we're done. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up Binaries Live from today. I want to point out a couple things here because Resto thought he was like doing some kind of serious checking, saying that he was going to, do this and that. And I'm like, bro, I don't give a shit about clips. I don't care about anything. But at the same time, let me see what else I wrote down. Resto. And then, it was alleged that Lemon was stealing our idea because Lemon said that he was gonna, do his big one. He was gonna, he wasn't gonna do the show, but he was gonna do his own kind of show. And then let's see, yeah, he talks about shaking the room, kind of how he does. And then at the end of the show, Resto was like, "Oh, I'm so happy. Resto said, "Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Envy hit the panel." Why? Envy doesn't give a shit. Like why? And unfortunately, like I had my phone at the time because I was out doing something, so I was drowned out. So you can only hear like a couple things of what I'm saying. But let's go ahead and bring this in, and that's gonna pull all the pieces together. Okay. And at the end, I'm going to ask you whether you think the council's real, whether you think it's trolling, a good idea, bad idea. Open up the panel and we're going to keep it moving. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go to, let's see here. So this is where Lemon does discuss. Hold on. Let me bring this over here real quick. This is where Lemon does discuss how he's feeling about the show, because again, people are also testing the fact that Lemon was, taken back by, just the basic trolling, which we did not talk about his sexual preference or anything like that. So let's go ahead and go to Resto. This is why I put this down. Okay. So I am gonna put up I'll put up a poll for y'all. Let me make sure I got my YouTube up so y'all don't have to wait on me to do the poll in a minute. Let's see here. Let me go right on over to here. 1 second, y'all. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, and also thank you for helping me get to my goal today. I really do appreciate that. This shit is not easy. I don't care what anybody says, especially sitting up here trying to, hold a panel and all this other crap, right? Also, okay, so let's go into, what did I say? Okay, so what I want you to hear, did I hear this? Okay, because Binary didn't have the red ball on, but did Resto say he's going to surpass Lemon? Let's go.
Me with him.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Resto, you know how you said Lemon's platform is stagnant, right? And like it's not really growing.
Plateau.
It has.
Didn't I just say stop asking questions about me?
Oh, my bad. I thought you said keep the questions going.
No, I said keep it off. Meaning you don't have to ask him nothing about me. That's the problem. Go ahead, ask him something else.
All right. So do you think your channel will ever grow to the point of Lemons, or will you surpass him? If yes,
Binary said, okay, yeah, I won't talk about shit. Binary's funny as shit, bro. Let's go. Hold on. I want y'all to see my reaction when Resto answers. Let's go back 3 seconds.
How channel will ever grow to the point?
Meaning you don't have to ask him nothing about me. That's the problem. Go ahead, ask him something else.
All right. So do you think your channel will ever grow to the point of Lemons, or will you surpass him? If yes, how are you going to do that? If no, why won't you succeed?
No, I will once I start taking it seriously. I mean, I could be streaming every day. I could be actually doing stuff, but I'll get up there. I'll just have to, do my thing that I've been doing organically, just doing my thing. I just like.
But I got an idea too, Binary. So since you're gonna have your own panel, I think I'm gonna do my own as well.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Okay. I'm gonna do something extra that Yo, listen, I didn't even plan on doing this, right? So we're gonna hold on a second. I didn't even plan on doing this. I didn't have it ready, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna bring up Resto's channel real quick. We got Resto Gesto or some shit like that. Let's see here. All right. So this is the hold on, y'all. This is the channel that's going to quote unquote surpass Lemon. Let's see here. Where we got? Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. So we got some anime and some real life stuff going on. Okay. So let's take a look here. We got there's our guy out there, you know what I'm saying? So we got, I don't have many views either. I am not a big channel, and I'm trying my best. We're crawling and jumping up hills and trying to get a couple numbers or whatever. But we got probably shouldn't stream in. I met my match. It's not enough. And I don't really care about numbers unless you brag about numbers, because clearly I can't brag about my numbers. They're not crazy, right? So we do have some anime. We got some anime right here. And we got I don't know what the hell we got going on here. But we got 203 views, 517, 572, 412. And let's be fair, we have a 2K video right here, with the cameraman and whatnot, probably because of the controversy or whatever. But so from my perspective, let's go to the lives here. We got anime, 120 views. Let's see the shorts real quick here. All right. Whoa. What happened this day right here? Hold on, can y'all see what happened here? What happened that day right there? Okay. All right, cool. So now we have seen the channel that is going to surpass Lemon's numbers. Okay, great. All right, so where was I at? All right, I was about to conclude. Resto. Oh, yeah. This is Resto at the end. This is the last thing that we're going to go through on the review. I really want you guys to see this. Is this, let's see here. The J. Wilson effect. Okay. All right. So let's skip all the way to the end and let's see Resto, you did this to yourself, bro. I don't even drag. Like, I'm not a drag gag, whatever, but you kind of put me in this situation because like 300 people heard that all this bullshit or whatever. So I kind of had to point it out because you're looking for the clips. I'm actually helping you because here are the clips. Let's see here. So Resto is really just out of his body when I joined. And where the hell, hold on, where did I join at the end? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Now remember, man, listen. Oh, and I forgot Vic's picture was up there at the beginning, y'all. So I want to really see, what does he say? He's acting like IRL streams is what he does. But before that, he used to stream from his computer. He did 2 or 3 streams recently and acts like it's what he's been doing. I know. And Resto's been closing on this house or closing on that house and trying to move to the United States or whatever. Now, me personally, I would never like divulge any kind of conversation that we had or anything like that. But Resto, leave me alone. Resto, leave me alone. I'm not him. Like, leave me alone. But I'm joining the panel to say what's up, right? Literally. All right, let's go. Resto thinks he's gonna do his big one. Resto think he's gonna get his shit off. Let's go.
And 3-minute mark. That's what I was telling you about earlier. Okay. It's the 8-hour. Wait, before we start.
What's up, big dog?
Oh, this nigga. I'm glad that I came back up. Before we start this binary, I put that link that I told you about before the 8-hour live. Wait, are you a member? Because I can take it off members.
Yeah, I'm a member.
Okay. It's the 8-hour and 3-minute.
So let me tell you what he's talking about. This is the video that apparently this is the video that he interviewed black women to show how much he loved black women. He was like, make sure you get the clip, make sure you get the clip, make sure you get the clip, which means absolutely freaking nothing. But let's go.
Mark, that's what I was telling you about earlier.
Oh, you have membership? Like, I need to get a membership.
You better not. I swear to God on everything. Oh my God. Wow.
So Envy, what's all this lie roasting you've been talking about? I don't know how much time Binary got. What's all this lie roasting?
We can extend it a little bit.
Can you be specific?
Saying that I'm going around shopping for purses. Saying that I'm going around trying to say I'm forcing people to say the N-word. When?
What up, Barn Dog? Appreciate you, man.
When was I on the kiosk in the middle of the goddamn mall or wherever you were, bro?
You talking about when I was with my daughter?
I don't know who you were with. I saw you shopping for purses.
If I was with my daughter, yeah. If I'm buying my daughter stuff, I might buy my wife something. Why not?
Typically, the person that wants the purse tries the purse. You were doing
okay. So y'all hear Envy? No surprising anybody with any gifts, y'all. Don't surprise your significant other with no gifts. So you saying I'm going around
What
sashaying and
about
walking?
that bracelet that you stole from MU? Ooh, not stole, but
It's a
misplaced.
ring.
My bad.
Ring, not
Damn,
bracelet.
Yeah, what
MG.
about that
Ring.
ring? What about that $60,000 ring?
I didn't shop for it.
But you was wearing it.
Yeah, I just don't like the I can take criticism, bro. Honestly, like the criticism don't bother me, but it's just a lie.
Okay, so he had a purse on. He had the strap, like, you know, it wasn't a merce. It wasn't I don't know, fanny pack, merce, whatever y'all call it, that, you know, you make men feel better about carrying around purses. Okay, cool. But like, we're talking about like the strap, like the real purse on like one side of your on one side of your shoulder, right? And they had purses like at the kiosks and whatnot. Okay, so he was going in. He was like, oh, how did this pocket feel? The inside, the outside. Listen, man, if I were to shop for a purse for a woman, I would go inside the store and ask for a woman's advice. Hey, what purse do you like? What would look good with this? Like, what's hot? I don't fucking know about purses. I would ask for some help. First of all, he was doing the whole whatever. That's not live roasting, sir. Now remember, he had a cameraman for 8 hours. You can't lie on somebody that had a cameraman for 8 hours and show what I'm talking about, right? But I calmed him down and said, you know, I was exaggerating about the purse. I was exaggerating about the purse. I'm okay saying this, right? You can listen to a lot of what I say, but I am a troll. I am gonna, you know, sometimes make shit a little bit more sensational, which I did. But then when I ask him about the Koreans saying the N-word or whatnot, this is when Resto says I was doing it for shock value. Pay attention to that. Screw the purses. I don't care about that. But that's all the clips he got. But let's listen to the Korean part of this. Remember, I'm drowned out because I have my phone and whatever. Okay, let's go. So Resto won the mic wars.
Lie roasting, bro, because I can see that you're trying to push an agenda and you're trying to get like
what agenda?
Some kind of stuff. No, it's not
against you, Resto.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I can push my own agenda.
My bad. Shout out to Nine. Shout out to Hypnotic Touch. Shout out.
There's
to,
my girl R&Y.
I can make my own self look stupid.
Okay,
I can make my own self look stupid. You don't have to. You don't have to do it.
Resto. Purple.
So there was no fucking point. No, there was no fucking point.
That reminds me, R&Y, everybody hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, you're not going to get the notifications. Also, when you hit the bell, scroll down and go to all, please, because that happens a lot. But anyway, let's hear Resto's exchange. Now, he's trying to prove that he's not shopping for purses. I don't care about that. I care about the racial part, but let's go.
The thing was that I got the clips, bro. You was around Lemon, and all you wanted to do was appease Lemon. You want to appease Lemon, so you did a whole bunch of lie roasting.
Has anybody ever in their life seen me try to appease somebody on this app? Please, like put a 1 in the chat or some shit if I kiss ass on this damn internet. But anyway, let's go.
Ask everybody on this entire internet if I talk shit. Relax. You did try to get Korean.
You did.
It was funny. Was you trying to be funny? Maybe you weren't talking.
No, he was being serious. He was being serious.
What the hell are you talking about? I don't give a fuck.
He was being serious. I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference between somebody being funny and somebody being serious. Like when Binary made that shit, he was being funny.
So if you're trying to talk to somebody about trolling and talking about purses, you don't laugh because it's not believable if you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Ha ha ha. He was shopping for purses. Ha ha ha. He was shopping for purses. That doesn't help the goddamn narrative of me painting this imagined narrative like ha 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 ha. Resto looks like a bitch. Ha ha ha. You know, we call him Purple Hat right now because the trolls dropped down. They said, I could tell when somebody's joking or not joking. That's not how you troll, idiot. Fucking, what are we doing? Like, where are we at? Hey.
Not you backpedaling pussy pop.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. Fuck Resto. Okay, but here's what I'm saying. Listen, it's very simple. The purse, that was exaggerated. But the Korean women trying to get them to say the N-word was not exaggerated.
Oh shit. Shout out to
No,
Trey.
it wasn't. It wasn't. And if you would have watched it, you would have understood the reason why I did it.
You said shock value out of your own mouth.
Yep, that's exactly why I did it. You're going around saying other shit that's not true.
All right, so let's go. All right, so also just realize, thank you for getting that out of my chat. Hey, James Williams, you're weird. You know, you're just weird. Purple Hat. Shout out to Purple Hat. Hey, I really appreciate you. I'm proud of you as a troll. Man, you made that shit happen quick. And remember when Monkeypox changed his hat so that he had a purple hat on? Purple Hat. Let's go. I appreciate you. You're quick. You're quick with it. Shout out to you. Don, I don't know if there was ever a ring. There was a ring. Trust me, there was definitely a ring. Let's see. You said the purse commentary was bait. Right. Yes. See, somebody that has a little bit of freaking sense. You know what I'm saying? The shock value of bringing in the purse thing, was definitely to because you can't go, hey, you were talking about Korean women saying the N-word. You can't go into a situation like that. You have to kind of ease your way in. You got to make somebody feel a little comfortable as a troll. You can't be argumentative. You got to be like, okay, boom. And then you can hit them with what you're trying to do. Like these green ass people, and not green. This dude, you know, allegedly he's a major YouTuber, been around the world and this and that. And he doesn't know a simple troll move. That's like literally like sandbox preschool trolling. Ease you in and then hit you with what I want you to say. Come on, bro. And you're gonna bypass Lemon, and you're gonna bypass me, and you're gonna bypass everybody with anime. My name. Anyway, so the most important part about this is I wanted y'all to hear out of his own mouth that he did this for shock value. Dumbass, I'm baiting you into telling on yourself, idiot, and you're mad at me? I didn't say it.
You would have understood the reason why I did it.
You said shock value. I've been
Hold
trying
on.
to get simple. The Resto, okay, but here.
So let's see how this goes down, right? So people tell you the truth when they're drunk or when they're angry, right? And it's best if they do both. All right, let's go.
See, I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference between somebody being funny and somebody being serious. Like when Binary made that shit, he was being funny.
For this bullshit. Not you backpedaling pussy pop.
I don't give a fuck about that. Fuck Resto, okay? But here's what I'm saying. Listen, it's very simple. The purse, that was exaggerated. But the Korean women trying to get them to say the N-word was not exaggerated.
Oh shit. Shout out to Trey.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And if you would have watched it, you would have understood the reason why I did it.
You said shock value out of your own mouth.
Yep, that's exactly why I did it.
So
you're going around saying other shit that's not true.
So you
mad shit that's not
true. And you trying to get them Koreans get their ass whooped and mouth dragged up out of there. That's what you was trying to do for the shock value.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
some bullshit.
Yeah,
that was some bullshit.
I understand that. I understand that, and it worked. But like this nigga just wanted. This nigga just was appeasing.
It looks weird.
Stop. And it worked. Hold on. Let's go ahead and take this comment down. R&Y, what do we got? My day was actually really good. Oh, you're talking to somebody. Hey, Paulette, appreciate you coming through. Hey, keep that content coming. I always stop through if I miss something in the Mo3 sector. And then, you know, as you bridge over into the beef sector, I really like how you do that. That is awesome. Thank you, Paulette. Everybody subscribe to Paulette. It's cool. Like the Paulette you're used to is, you know, her on the panel, you know, talking about what she's, you know, giving her feedback because she's got notebooks like me. Let me write it in my notes. Like here's Paulette, like, you know, as she's watching shows, you feel me? But she's organized. Go listen to her stuff. But let's listen to Resto's ending here. And this is when he's upset. What all I'm doing is tricking him into saying what the hell he did. Let's go.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
some bullshit.
Yeah, that was bad.
I understand that. I understand that, and it worked.
There's a
But
difference.
like this nigga just wanted. This nigga just was
It
appeasing.
looks weird because you got somebody saying "Hail Hitler" and a racist.
I haven't seen that.
No one said that. No one said that.
And now you're trying to get Korean women to say the N-word. My God.
No one said
and
that.
You think I'm gonna sit up here and be like, oh yeah,
and get it out.
Clips. Fuck you. I don't give a shit what you say. Are you crazy? Like, okay, here's an example of Resto not knowing who the hell I am and what the hell I care about or don't care about. Listen to this. I make it very, very clear. Here we go. And be like, oh yeah,
and get it out.
Clips. Fuck you. I don't give a shit what you say. Are you crazy?
That's
Are you
wild.
crazy?
Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Real Mama Fifi.
So because somebody around me did something, in February that makes it my fault.
How about that? Fuck you. So hold on a second. So somebody around him did something that I didn't like. Yeah, because you still support Mel, the one that actually was racist. Like you're not separating yourself from the racist, and you're using colorism, and you're trying to get Korean women to say the N-word. It's not. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at him about him doing things. Hold on, let me get closer. Hold on a second. I'm not mad at him about doing things that aren't real. Wait, oh, you're mad at me doing stuff that, what did he say? You're mad at me at people doing stuff around me? Yes, because you tried to make it happen, and you still support these people, and you justify it every day. Like, not one word he said that said, hey, that was in poor taste. That was something I shouldn't have done. Yeah, I don't support Mel anymore because she was throwing those signs up in the Airbnb. It's just an excuse, a deflection, a deflection. It's just, come on, Resto, like, admit to something. Oh, you're mad because people. Yes, if I walked into a place and a bunch of white people were saying the N-word, and one of the dudes that was going to get a beer said, why are you mad at me because everybody in my house is saying the N-word? Because you're a part of it and you didn't say shit. So anyway, let's see this once more time. We're just gonna go back a couple seconds here when he says this dumbass shit, because he's mad at me, so he had to go get these clips about me saying that he's shopping for a purse. Like, that's equal to racism, colorism, and slave mentality. But anyway, this is exactly the end of the review process we're gonna do. I'll conclude for you guys as I always do, and if anybody has any issue, problem, something to add, you know how I say, I don't want to hear it out in the streets. We bring the information here, we break it down in a fashion where everybody gets it. There's nothing to hide. It's all right here. We do it unbiased, and then we let the YouTube streets shake on it. And if we have to bring it back and talk about it again, cool. But I try to keep the brand as a one and done. I don't want to talk about something that I already conquered. When I tried to find a mob that was doing some stupid shit, I found her, moved on. When I tried to tell people about false flagging and whatnot, I did a couple episodes and moved on. The Resto and Lemon and this council or whatever the hell it is, don't ask me about it, okay? Because here it is. If you have nothing to say, you're not going to click a link or whatever, let it go. We're going to hear Resto say this, and we're going to go ahead and conclude and close out of here, okay? Because what time is it? You guys got what, 55 minutes before Taylor Port Tuesday. All right, let's go.
Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Real Mama Fifi.
So because somebody around me did something in February that makes it my fault.
How about that? Fuck you.
All right, so shut up.
Mitri, you just got to catch me on Instagram, Mitri. Come on now, stop.
Yeah, nothing to say. Anyway, binary. I put that link in the back. 8 hour, 3 minute mark.
That's the interview with Homegirl.
No, that's the interview with That's the interview with those black women. Since they say I don't like black women, I
Oh,
don't give
that
black
one.
women
Okay,
attention.
okay, yeah, I'll look at that one.
That's the thing right there. What does interviewing black women have anything to do with what we talked about? Nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
You took the
So
time to get clips.
so Pizarro's gonna join your membership, by the way.
Thank you.
Pizarro's not joining shit.
But
I didn't even realize I
the
put that on members
actual,
only, honestly.
So
real
yeah,
reason is I did cross over October 25th, 2000. But yeah, you're right.
Like an enforcer.
Enforcer, yeah. Wrote this straight though. Yeah.
Cool.
I do a
And
hell
I'm
of
gonna
an
change
exit.
your title. It's not secretary, it's principal. So
Right.
when it comes to organ.
Glad Resto took all that time to get clips that nobody gives a fuck about.
I like my
Clearly
exit,
Pussy
y'all.
Bob, I don't give a fuck what he says or whoever doesn't like me. Fuck you too. All right, I'm gone, bro.
All right.
Says or whoever. I have time to get clips that nobody gives a fuck about. I clearly don't Pussy Bob. I don't give a fuck what he says or whoever doesn't like me. Fuck you too. All right, I'm gone, bro.
All right, Envy. Shit. Well, there you have it. Another show in the books.
Who can drop Binary's link? I would like, please help me out. Who can drop Binary's main channel link? And if somebody could grab the links to these particular shows, I would really, really, really appreciate it. We're going to be doing it for each other. Okay. So to conclude on everything, let me see here. I kind of want to be, should I be in a circle? Yeah, let's be in a circle. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Man, that shit looks terrible. Hold up. All right. Let me pull up good old Larry. Let me tell y'all something about this just real quick. This will be just a couple seconds. Let me bring this down real quick. Okay, y'all. All right, so concluding on the Larry Hoover thing real quick. This will just take a second, right? Okay, so if anybody knows anything about ADX is basically the most secure prison in the world. It's pretty much solitary confinement at all times. Right here you can see on the left we got ADX. Okay, ADX, if you look very, very far down to the left, that's where they have to stay. Sometimes they don't even get out every single day. It's a 23-1, but sometimes it's 24 lockdown over the weekend. On the right, what you see there is that's their yard time. They literally don't get to even walk the yard. Sometimes they get to go to the cage, but all the yard is to them is just a larger room. Okay. Larry Hoover has been in there for more than 3 decades. 3 decades. Okay. And here's what I want to bring up as well. Okay. These were Larry Hoover's quote unquote neighbors. You got terrorists, you got 9/11, you got Unabomber, you got Al Qaeda, you got all that stuff. So please explain to me how that matches up with Larry Hoover being a political prisoner. And what we need to understand is it's a race thing. It's political prisoner that they had to take advantage of and make an issue. The reason why I put Statesville Correctional Center down there is I wanted to show you, yes, his sentence did get commuted, but he still has to do the 200 years of state time. But I wanted to show you the difference between having to do, 23-1. Now he's going to get a little bit of space close to home. So I hope everybody that has a channel, everybody that has any kind of influence, if you can put on your community wall, if you could do anything at all whatsoever, free Larry Hoover, because Larry Hoover has enough of a voice to stop a lot of the violence and clean up the black community. Now, what I say is like the original GDs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to get into literature and stuff, of course, but the original, yes, they were kind of out of control, but Larry has rewritten the literature to be growth and development. So please, if you can, just kind of maybe share out my post, like the post, do something, because it basically is related to that. And that's about all. Yeah. Yep. 200 years. Mm-hmm. He had the federal. He had 6 back-to-back life sentences, or 6 consecutive life sentences, and then the 200 years that he's still supposed to do for state time. But we've moved in a positive direction, because what the commuted sentence allowed him to do is have his day in court. Larry Hoover was basically denied his day in court for 3 decades. Like, you saw that small room. I think that people think that you're in that room and then you get to go out to yard or go to work camp or whatever. No. That room that you saw there, he was in for 3 decades. Okay. And let me tell you this before we get out of here. 1090J, that's the hoest shit I've ever seen in my life, dog. I have never in my life thought that a white dude who claimed blood, dropped his flag, would come out and find a newspaper clipping that's 57 years old and utilize it to try to paint a narrative that Larry Hoover was a snitch. Newspaper clipping. We're not talking about a police report, which police reports are BS. Anyway, that's literally just the opinion of what the police think happened. A discovery packet, you're getting a little bit closer there, because you got to go through your discovery packet, which, kind of details the crimes that you can defend yourself in court. Conviction is obviously, kind of like your true paperwork. Damn, my camera went out. Wow. Which is basically your true paperwork. And then it's crazy. Like, the lowest level, a newspaper clipping, y'all, that he's trying to say that Larry Hoover snitched on his alleged shooters, when the alleged shooters came out and said that Larry Hoover didn't snitch. So I did drop the link and all the other good stuff. It doesn't seem like anybody wants to come up and, say anything about the reviews or whatnot, and that is okay. For the most part, I am not a panel channel. Shout out to the panel channel. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But let me get my background. Where's my background? Why am I? Hold on. I like my background. There we go. All right. So I don't know why I'm purple. There we go. All right, so I do appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, hopefully everybody also subscribe to Paulette Waters. And I will see you all out on the YouTube streets. Let me find y'all like a real quick drop the mic situation. Let's see. So this right here will say exactly what I think was happening in ADX. Let's see here. I need to organize these things. This always happens to me at the end of my show. Let's see. Yeah.
Don't start the fake shit, cuz I'm not that guy.
And here's what exactly happened in ADX right here.
Something's not right. Something's not adding up with that story, dog.
All right, so let's get out of here with me hanging out with my brother, my long goddamn time brother, and goddamn, we go the long way forever. We're gonna get up out of here when we watch this, and I'll see y'all on the YouTube streets. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully y'all like my breakdown. I will continue to do this to just bring some clarity to the streets. All right, y'all.
Two hooks out and one beat. On my bros. On my bros. On my bros.
I'm ready, my son.
Oh, mine's in front of me. I broke it out down and I served it up by the dime. I know what I tripped, nigga. My pocket kept growing.
See, he's doing too much. He's got to.
Oh, they did give you the wheat bread. Look,
He's got. Hey, hold on, man. What the fuck just happened? What's wrong with
He took the white bread and said, that's mine, bro. This hey. I was like, Resto Water weed. He said, I smoke weed and eat weed. I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Hey, okay. Hey. Explain yourself.
I forgot my wallet, but I got some weed.
Right here.
Hey.
And I ain't gotta say a damn thing. But girl, I'm trying to get you. Cause someone who knows how to ride can take different positions. Now you screaming up and down we go. That's right, I never met the type of girl that's quite like you. Keep it on the low. And I can give more than the girl, it's true. But I only did one time, yeah.